All right, so coming to you today with a pretty cool harness review. This is the Ocun Webee Big Wall harness. I call it the Red Rocket, and I think it looks decent, but that's not really important. So doing the 360, I wanted to load it up with like a full, single rack just to kind of show you how everything fits. And as you see, I mean, you can add way more stuff onto this. This is just, it fits a single rack super comfortably. On this side, I have 9 cams loaded up just so you can kind of see how they sit on the harness, which is awesome. Then I just have, some nuts, whatnot, some alpine draws, some cordelette, gloves. Got all my belay / rappel stuff back here, / rope ascension. Actually an awesome harness so far. I really like it. So the other thing that's cool is you got the 2 belay loops on here, and they do fit inside of each other, so you can use them in conjunction if you want. You'll see here I have a Petzl ring as part of my personal anchor system that I didn't run through both, so I can still use one as a PAS and then one as like a belay if I want to belay somebody. So that's pretty cool. And just so you know, if that's something you like to do, you can totally run it like this and then just kind of finesse in the back to get these guys stacked back up on each other. There you go. And then you can totally clip like a gree-gree or something onto it just like that, and that'll totally work as a redundant / stronger belay loop, and that ring's not really going to mess with you. Even if you're anchored into something, right, you'll still be able to access that device. So it's pretty cool. I wanted to show you one other thing on it that I like. This is just my first impressions. I haven't taken it climbing yet. I've done some rope work with it, so I've been like hanging in it for a while, and it's super comfy. I mean, as you see, the padding's nuts. It's got this cool kind of mesh design that's like a hard rubber feeling, so it feels really comfy. I could see this breathing very nice. I'll give you an update after I do some climbing with it and actually use it more. But here's a few things to note about this harness that I haven't seen anyone else talking about online. The first thing is the first gear loops start way more rearward than I thought they would. So I don't even think that's necessarily a bad thing, because it kind of keeps my hips and everything like in front of me pretty streamlined. So if I need to hug up on a wall, I'm not going to be brushing a bunch of cams. And you see it kind of keeps everything behind my legs, so that's pretty cool. But your first gear loop is going to be just about at your 3 and 9, right? And then literally the rest of the 7 gear loops are all back here, as you can see. So just something to think about on this harness. If you like more your gear loops up a little bit closer, might not be the harness for you. The other thing that's awesome about this harness is it has the 2 buckles, so you can get like micro levels of adjustment. I just really use the one to take it on and off. The other thing I want to show you is this tag right here. So as you see, there is the UIAA and the CE rating for the Big Wall. This is not mentioned on any Amazon listings, online anywhere. So there it is. So you can see it. It's right there. I almost didn't buy the harness because I didn't think it was UIAA and CE rated, but obviously it is. So that's a good sign. Besides that, I guess I got this down already. I'll take the harness off and just show you the inside of it so you can see what that looks like as well. You see it's got a huge pad on the belt. Even the leg loops are super padded if you look down at those. It comes in 2 colors, red and black. Red is for the size small to medium, and then black is large to extra large. So I'm a 32 waist. I opted for the small medium, and it fits me awesome. Even if I layer up, I still have some room to expand that harness out. The other thing that is interesting on this harness is if you look here on the leg loops, so you see you got the little poop clips. If you need to take a poop, you can unclip those to do that. I ended up just tying 2 overhand knots on these leg loops because they are bungee, but they kind of hang around in a weird way. So I just didn't like them really flopping, and I wanted something where I could, basically just snug them up and they stay relatively put when I need them to, so I'm not accidentally clipping them or anything like that. But that was another thing that I just thought should be mentioned about the harness itself. All in all, this is a great harness. It's super light. It is, from what I can tell so far, it feels like it's made out of a great material. And I want to talk about the feature set to cost, because if you're looking at a big wall harness or a trad harness like the Misty Mountain Cadillac, for example, I think that harness is around $250, something like that. It has 7 gear loops. It has a rated Hall loop, which this one also has. I believe it's rated to 5 kilonewtons. The Misty Mountain one has 2 Belay loops and a ton of padding here, right? It's called the Cadillac. It's super comfy. This one has the exact same feature set, and instead of instead of $250, it's $110. So for me, it was kind of a no-brainer to go with this, especially because it's the same UIAA and CE certification rating. I like it a lot. I am very happy with it so far. I'll give you an update after I actually climb with it, but this is just the first impressions upon purchase, what I think about it, and just kind of hanging in it for a while. I like it a lot. It's definitely more comfortable than a gym harness or like a sport harness. I dig it. So that's my review of the Ocun Webee Big Wall. I would, as of right now, buy it again. There's no glaring issues where I'm like, I wish I didn't buy this thing. So give you an update soon. Thanks. All right, forgot to rate the harness. So upon first impressions, I'm gonna give it a rating system. I'm gonna give it 4.5 big rocks out of 5. Rock, 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 rock. Grant climbs big rock out.